Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing dividing decimals. So remember, you need to follow along carefully. Pause the video if I'm going too fast, if you need to. And make sure that you write everything down exactly as I'm writing, okay? So we're gonna start with number 1. Clifton spent $14.30 to buy his class 26 ice cream sandwiches. How much did each ice cream sandwich cost? So we need to find how much it costs for one ice cream sandwich. So we're going to be dividing $14.30 by 26, okay? Now, here's a trick that I think y'all should be using. If you don't know your 26s, then I need you to write them down here, okay? So 6 times 1 is 26. 6 times 2 is 52. And you can just add 26 every time. You don't actually have to multiply. So 26 times 3 is 78, or you could add 26 plus 52 and you get 78. And then times 4 is 104. Times 5 is 130. Times 6 is 156, okay? So if we write them all down here, then that will help us when we're dividing, okay? So can 26 go into 14? No, because it's too big, so we're going to put our decimal here, put a 0 here. 26 goes into 143, okay? Well, if I notice, I'm going to use this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so times 5, which is 130, and we're going to subtract, okay? So I get 3, 1. Bring down the 0, and then 26 goes into 130, again, 5 times, which is 130, subtract, and we don't have a remainder. So what do we get? Each ice cream cost 55 cents. Okay. For number 2, Lily and 2 of her friends help their neighbor clean out flower beds one afternoon. Their neighbor pays them $24.75, which they plan to share equally, okay? So this is a big clue that should tell you that you're going to be dividing. Lily uses expanded notation to find the amount each person earns. Her first steps are shown. So she's going to break it up, and she's going to divide 3 by 24, and then she's going to divide 75 cents by 3, okay? So we should be able to do this. And we want to know what comes next. All right, so 24 divided by 3, we're going to do it here, is 8. Okay, so this one is going to give me an answer of 8, and then we're going to add 0.75 divided by 3. So move your decimal up. 3 goes into 7 2 times, that's 6. Subtract, you get 1. Bring down the 5. 3 goes into 15 5 times, and then we subtract, and we don't have a remainder. So our answer is 25 cents. Okay? So that's the next step, and we got 8 plus 25 cents, which is letter J. Okay? Number 3, Ms. Diaz needs to purchase pencils for students in her classroom. Which option should Ms. Diaz choose for the least cost per pencil? So this is important right here, okay? So we are going to have to be dividing each one, okay? Now, let me get an extra sheet of paper just in case we need it. Okay, so the first one is going to be $8.88 by 24. So move your decimal up, and 24 goes into 88 3 times, which is 72. And we're going to subtract. That's 6, 1, bring down the 8. So 24 goes into 168 7 times. And we don't have a remainder. So for the first one, we get 37 cents, okay? Now let's try the next one. So we have $7 divided by 20. Move the decimal up. So 20 goes into 70 3 times. That's 60. Subtract, you get 10. Bring down the 0. So 20 goes into 100 5 times. That's 100. Subtract, and you don't have a remainder. So for the next one, we got 35 cents. Okay, so far it says the least cost. So far we can tell that 35 cents is less than 37 cents. So we should be able to cross letter A out. But let's keep going. For the next one, we have $9.90 divided by 30. Move your decimal up. So 30 goes into 99 3 times. That's 90. Subtract, you get 9. Bring down the 0. 30 goes into 90 3 times again. That's 90. Subtract, you don't have a remainder. So we get 33 cents for letter C. And again, we're looking for the least cost, so that's also going to be get rid of the 35 because 33 is less than 35. Okay, so letter D is the last one we're going to do. And if it's less than 33, then that's our answer. If not, then it's going to be letter C. So let's find out. $6 divided by 15. Move your decimal up. So 15 goes into 60 4 times. That's 60. And add a 0. So we actually get 40 cents, which is actually the most expensive. So we have an answer of C because that is the least cost per pencil. Okay. All right. That one had a lot of work. Number 4, the local planetarium offers a discounted rate for school groups. The 24 students in Angel's class visit the planetarium for a total cost of $73.20. To find the cost per student, Angel begins to solve the division problem below. Okay, so we need to finish it. 24 goes into 73 3 times. That's 72. Subtract, you get 1. Okay, now move your decimal up. So you're going to put a decimal after the 3. And we're going to bring down our 2, which is 12. Now, can 24 go into 12? No. So we're going to add a 0. And then we're going to bring down the other 0, which is 120. So 24 goes into 120 5 times, which is 120. And we don't have a remainder. So it says, what is true about the quotient? Okay, there is a remainder of 1. Well, no, because we just said that we don't have a remainder. There is a 0 in the tens place, okay? So we have to figure out which one is the tens place. So the tens place is actually in front of this 3, okay? And we don't have a tens place. We actually have nothing there. So that is there. And then it says there is a 0 in the hundredths place. So this is the tenths, and this is the hundredths. So there's actually a 5. So this is false. And this is false. And then it says there's a 0 in the tenths place. So this is the tenths place, which is correct. This is the ones, tenths, hundredths. Okay. For number 5, David ran the same distance every day for 2 weeks. He ran a total of 24.36 miles. How many miles did David run each day? So again, we have to divide 24.36 divided by 14. And again, we're going to write our 14. So 14 times 1 is 14, times 2 is 28, times 3 is 42, times 4 is 56, 70, 84, and 98. Okay, so 14 goes into 24. 1 time, that's 14, subtract. We get 10. Bring down the 3. Move the decimal up. 14 goes into 103. 7 times. That's 98. Subtract, you get, well, you gotta borrow. 5. Bring down the 6. 14 goes into 56 4 times, and we don't have a remainder. So letter C is correct, 1.74 miles. And finally, James deposits the same amount of money to his savings account each week. At the end of 12 weeks, he has deposited $37.80. How much did he deposit every week? So we are going to divide 37.80 by 12. Now you should know your 12s. 12 goes into 37 3 times. That's 36. Subtract, you get 1. Move the decimal up. Move the 8 down. Drop it. 12 goes into 18. 1 time. Subtract, you get 6. Bring down the 0. And 12 goes into 60 5 times, and you don't have a remainder. So every week he puts $3.15 in the bank. And that's it.